Hey, this is Reelblack TV. I'm Robert X. Golphin, and with me is Academy Award nominated director John Singleton, who has a new film out that he's produced called Illegal Tender, which I've seen and it's amazing. And if Wanda de Jesus doesn't get an Oscar nom, I don't know what to say about that. Thanks for joining us.
All right, good to be here, man.
Can you tell me about, in your own words, what Illegal Tender is about and how you came on board the project?
Well, essentially, Illegal Tender is a gangster movie, but it's a gangster movie with that kind of John Singleton twist on it. It's a story of a young man named Wilson De Leon Jr., played by Rick Gonzalez, and he plays this character that's just like a college student who's kind of a spoiled brat. He's got a cool car, he lives in a really fancy house and has this cool life, but he doesn't realize that all his whole life comes from the sacrifices his mom has made, and his mom has just told him that his father was a drug dealer and that there are people trying to kill her, and he doesn't believe her until the killers really do try to come, and then he's faced with the dilemma of staying there and being there for his mom and defending.
As a filmmaker, how do you define yourself as far as vision goes?
I'm just an eclectic filmmaker. My influences are very worldly, from international cinema to a lot of old films, and but I still have kind of a street flair to everything I do. I think all of my movies can be boiled down to westerns. I grew up watching westerns, and a lot of the things I do in every movie, no matter what genre, can be boiled down to kind of western themes.
I want you to go downstairs with me, okay?
You're scaring me,
Please,
Wilson.
go now.
Hey, where'd you get that gun from?
Mom.
He said Leon give you a gun?
Yeah.
Now, one of the great things about being a veteran in the business, I know you're probably like, where did the time go, is that you can help other filmmakers realize their vision. Yeah. You did that with Craig Brewer, with Hustle and Flow and Black Snake Moon, and now with Frank Reyes.
Yes. Anyway, listen, this is a ritual that I always do to a new director I'm working with. This is a ritual. I got this for you as a present. Wow. A set gift. It's for you. New movie right here. Get you started on here. It's Viewfinder.
Wow. There you go.
It says Frank Reyes.
On it.
It's your first movie on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
When you finish this movie, then we put the second movie on there.
Yeah.
You got to finish this movie first.
As a producer, what do you look for in a writer and director?
I look for people who have a vision, people who are confident and have a vision and really know what they're doing. Not about ego or just about being the best filmmaker they can be and making the best film.
Tell them how they back up. You know what I mean? It's not back up full body. You know what I mean? They got to duck. They got to duck.
And how do you help them maintain their vision?
I just tell them, I tell them and ask the questions that I would ask myself if I was doing a movie.
Our goal at Reelblack is to capture what we call the new black film revolution. And
New Black Film Revolution.
yes. What do you see as the future for urban cinema?
Hopefully I see more quality movies. Everybody seems to be just so interested in doing comedies, and I think that we're not going to get anywhere by just doing funny movies. Mm-hmm. I think that the films that we were making in the early '90s, films I was making and Spike was doing and stuff, right? Those movies were really radical in thought, and there's so much going on in the black community now that's not being addressed. There's so many subjects that aren't being addressed in film. I take black film to task right now, and I'm looking for young filmmakers to come up and be really influenced by the things that me and my colleagues have done over the years, and really try to find things that make you can make a really entertaining film, but you can also make a film that will change people's lives. I mean, that's what I've done with my other films, like Hustle and Flow or a movie like Baby Boy. Those movies are entertaining, but they're also they have some meat to them. You know what I mean? Right. And so that's what I really hope all the young filmmakers get in terms of being influenced by my career and things I've done.
Now, it's been a minute since you've directed because you've been producing everything in the world. What special projects do you have coming up?
The next movie I'm doing is called Tuya, Texas, Tuya TX, with Halle Berry, Billy Bob Thornton, and hopefully Columbus Short, my buddy who's in Stomp the Yard.
After 20 years of filmmaking, do you find it easier to get your films made and distributed?
Well, it's easier now to make the films because I've made a mantra to myself that if I can't make it within the system, I'll make it within my system. Just like this movie, Illegal Tender, it's the second movie that I greenlit. Hustle and Flow was the first, and this is the second one we got greenlit. And I think that's the most revolutionary step for me.
So that's it with Academy Award nominated director John Singleton. I'm sure that win is going to come sooner than later. So thank you.
Hey, what's up? This is John Singleton, filmmaker, and you're watching Reelblack.